Okay, so the last thing I want to make is another roach video. But I have to give you a roach update. Yes, a roach update. Why the France am I seeing flipping lines here? I tell you, I just hate making videos because every time I do a video, looks like I got another wrinkle somewhere. And it's driving me bananas. But anyway, back to the roach video. Okay, so I had a roach problem like not too long, maybe about a year or so. I've always had a roach damn problem, okay? However, I finally solved my problem. I have found the flippin' secret to stop them roaches from partying in my darn apartment. When I first moved here, it was like, it was tape, all this tape and white powder was all over, every seal up in corners. I was pulling up. I was like, what is all this tape? This masking tape or whatever tape. And I was pulling it all up. And I was like, yes. And then, 8 years later, I realized, oh, it was for the frickin' roaches. Okay, so, check this out. I told you guys I had a roach problem some years back. Not some years back, just last year. Whatever year. But wait, not last year. Year before. But it was like serious. I mean, it was like, oh! I mean, you can literally hear them. Like, you stay quiet, I could feel their energy. Like, they're partying, they're dancing, they're talking, they're flirting, they're making babies. Okay? That's how I was. I mean, I kind of have that kind of thing where I can connect to things that don't talk. I could hear them. Anyway, what I did was, let me tell you the secret. Okay, so they were actually coming up from behind the sink. Because I'm saying, like, how am I the only one? Because I told, I have another neighbor in the building. I was like, yeah, I have this roach, the roaches. She goes, roaches? I don't have roaches. I'm like, you don't have roaches? She goes, I got mice. I was like, I don't have a mice problem. I've never seen a mice in my apartment. But I've seen the roaches, but she didn't see roaches. Some roaches. So I'm saying, like, how she doesn't see roaches and I'm seeing roaches? I mean, like, I am seeing roaches! Roaches! Anyway, so what I did was, they were coming from behind the sink. It was like little black dots. You would see them hanging out, blah, blah, blah. I bought some duct tape, some black duct tape. And I duct taped all behind the sink, all the sides, where they would come out and play, and then they run, they tease, and they run back and forth, and those little freaking critters are just, they know. They're very smart. That's one thing about them. They're smart. They know when you're looking at them. They know when you're talking about them. They know when to run. They know when to play dead. They know when to just play like they're a statue. They know how to do that and trick you and fool you, make you think that you're seeing things. And then they take off. Anyway, so where was I? Alright, so I put black masking tape all around the sink and inside the sink. Actually, I bought some borax acid and white powder, sugar, and baking soda. Because I remember I read that online one time and it really worked. When they eat it and they have no water to drink, they just die. So anyway, so I mixed it all up together and I poured in all the crevice of all this in the sink area, the bottom sink and inside. And then I put black duct tape all around and sealed it. And I took a newspaper, rolled it up, and pushed it in a crack. And then I put black duct tape all around it. And I poured it down in the hole at the bottom of the sink. And I put all that powder. It was just like, I was like having a party. It was like 3 in the morning, so some months ago. And I was just like, yes, I'm going to figure out how to conquer this roach issue. Because I know they've been around before the beginning of the world, the earth. They were here. So they're not going anywhere. So I just need to send them back to where they came from. Let them go visit somebody else and play flipping games in their house and stay the heck up out of my place. So anyway, after I put the duct tape all around and sealed all the little holes around the sink area. Then I put plaster. I put plaster all on that duct tape, all around it. And then I painted it. So it looked all cute. Like you couldn't even tell. You can tell a little bit, but not really. And sure enough, I waited. And I waited. And I did see a few trying to, maneuver their way around and come in. They're like, wow. They're like, what's going on here? They didn't understand what's going on. I know they didn't understand because I could hear them. And I could sense them. I could sense that they were like kind of like confused. Anyway, weeks and days and weeks and months went by, and it became less and less roaches, and fewer roaches, fewer roaches. And before you know it, now I would leave the house and lights is completely off, and when I turn it on, it's like, ta-da! Like I'm in a mansion. Really? It's not even one little roach. Well, sometimes, but I mean, compared to what it was, there's nothing. I mean, really, there's nothing. I mean, I put the lights on and there's no roaches at all. I'm like, who knew? I wish I would have known this like 8, 10 years ago. Duh. It would have saved me a bunch of headache and grief. 'Cause, I mean, we were literally fighting. I was fighting those roaches like literally tooth and nail. I mean, they knew who I was. And when I stepped out, they was like, oh, here she comes. But you know what? I won. I didn't give up. I was like, no. I'm not gonna have these little beastie ruin my life or take over and think that they can control me. So I took control of the situation, and I'm proud to say that I no longer have a roach problem. So thank you for listening. I know this was probably very pathetic, but I know I'm not the only one, and I know that someone could have used this information, so I hope this helps how to get rid of roaches. Bye-bye. Gotta go. That's it.